Hi, my name is Wan. I'm one of the organizers for the upcoming conference, Deliberate Conversation 2023. In this video, I want to share a bit about deliberate conversation and its related ideas. Let's have a conversation about deliberate conversation. I have learned about deliberate conversation from Michael Hammond. In his teaching, he used the term deliberate sense-making conversation. It means a conversation technology that helps us to make sense and to make meaning from a conversation. There are a few elements in deliberate sense-making conversation. The first one is being present. What it means that I can feel that you are with me in a conversation. We are connected. We may have disagreement, and I can feel that we can understand each other. Second element is about listening. It's about listening beyond words. What has been said, what is missing, and also about observing beyond words like body language and the meaning of the body movement. The third element is in the deliberate sense-making conversation. We are trying to articulate what has been going on uh, with me as a participant and what I have observed. The fourth element is after sharing the observation and what is going on from a participant perspective, I also share uh, what is the meaning, what I make up about what I have observed about myself and others. For example, in this conversation so far, it's a one-way conversation. I'm trying to share the sense-making conversation with you. And obviously, we are not in the same time or same space. And that's what I make up. I try to have a conversation. And due to the restrictions, and I can't. And to help us to have a conversation, maybe I will ask you a question. Based on what I share so far, any emotion you have experienced during this sharing, anything you can relate it to your past experience. There's a fifth element, checking in. And last but not least, is about inquiry. You may ask me why I want to have a conversation. And I know that in this video, it's more about me sharing my thoughts. And you are right. In this video, it's likely that there's a tendency to make it as a one-way communication or more of presenting. And since we are talking about conversation, that is my motivation. How do I engage you in this video through simulated conversation, through questions and through checking in? And if you have experienced facilitation or coaching, you probably have heard of a term, dialogue. In this sharing, I'm referring to the dialogue defined by David Bohm. In his book on dialogue, he said dialogue is a stream of meaning flowing among us. unlike discussion and debate, in dialogue, we want to have meaning exchange between two parties and multiple parties. And that is the main focus. It's not about making a decision, fixing someone, or solving a problem. And according to David Bohm, fragmentation is the main challenge in having flow of meaning among us. And in his book, chapter 2, he referred broken pieces of a watch as a metaphor for fragmentation. And there are many ways to help to reduce fragmentation. One way is suspension of judgment, belief, and assumption. And the other way about dialogue is to tap on the collective power of the group. And so far, I have shared about deliberate sense-making conversation and dialogue. In my opinion, deliberate conversation is a specialized form of dialogue. There are different elements in the deliberate conversation. And for dialogue, we are more focused on flow of meaning. As a way to engage you for two-way communications, I have a question for you. What do you think are the commonalities between deliberate conversation and dialogue? You may pause this video. Okay. And to make meaning from this sharing so far, I see conversation and dialogue as a building block for facilitation and coaching. There are some overlapping, and that is my meaning making. How do you see conversation and dialogue in reference to facilitation and coaching? And I want to invite you to continue this conversation in the upcoming conference, Deliberate Conversation 2023. There are two parts. First part is the sharing session. On April 20th, Lopa and I will share more about deliberate conversations. And on April 25th, Jane and Peter will share a dialogic approach in sustaining change. May 2nd, Larry will share his power of dialogue on revitalizing communications. Obviously, dialogue and conversation is about practice. In part 2 of Deliberate Conversation 2023, we would like to invite you to propose some topic for us to practice conversation and dialogue. I hope that you will join us in the journey of deliberate conversation. Thank you.